I think today is day 22 of Vlogmas. I am currently at Aldi and I'm getting ready to go in and get our groceries for the week. So this includes meal planning and this includes everything that I'm planning to make for Christmas. It's already 2:30. I had planned to get here this morning and then I had a couple of things this morning that ended up being really inconvenient and really time consuming, and it is what it is. But I had sort of a mindset shift, and so, you know, now I'm here and we're just gonna make it a good rest of the day. I've mentioned before that I like to listen to podcasts when I'm in the car by myself. So usually when I go grocery shopping, that's my chance to sort of just be by myself and listen to a podcast. And so that's what I did today. The particular one that I listened to today was The Lazy Genius, talking about our focus for the week, basically. And so she was talking about, you know, what matters this week, what matters right now. And the more and more I kept just listening to it and just thinking about it, I just felt this tug that I don't want to spend all week editing videos. I think at the end of the month, I'm going to do a recap and sort of a review of Vlogmas and, you know, what I liked about it, maybe what I didn't like so much about it, and then maybe would I be open to doing it again. So I'm not really going to talk about all of that here in great detail, but I will say that my goal of editing every day during nap time doesn't always happen because we might not always be home, or I don't always get finished. So what ends up happening is it's taking my nights, like all of my nights, and I end up staying up really late and then not getting to spend time with Brandon, and then I don't feel refreshed for the next day. So anyway, all that to say that this is going to be my last video before Christmas. So I'm gonna put this one up today. I'm gonna go through and do a little recipe roundup and show you guys all the things that I'm gonna be making for the rest of this Christmas week. And then what I plan to do is for the rest of the week, I'm just gonna pick up the camera whenever I think about it, whenever we're doing something fun that I want to document. So I'm still going to be making these memories. I'm still going to be sharing these things on my channel. It's just going to be combined into one video that I will share sometime between Christmas and the New Year. And I think that is going to take the pressure off of me and allow me to enjoy the Christmas week like I want to. So if you have been watching every day, thank you for watching, and I hope that you will continue to watch the content that I put out. But as for the everyday thing, I am going to stop it here on day 22. It doesn't feel like that big of a difference. You know, I could just do 3 more days and make it through the whole 25 days. But I think these next few days are so important to have Brandon home from work, to be able to cherish my kids at the age that they are. And I just think it's the right choice. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm headed into Aldi now. I really hope that I haven't forgotten anything on my list. I'm getting a list for myself, I'm getting a list for my mom, and I really hope that I've got everything accounted for. My list is like really long, and Brandon's gonna have to go to a couple of stores that have things that Aldi does not have. So I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna try to knock this out and enjoy myself. I'm gonna take my cardigan in because I usually get cold, and I guess that's about it. So I will catch back up with you when we get home and show you the rest of our day, and then I'll also show you my little recipe lineup for the week and show you what I plan to make. The weather today, for whatever reason, just feels more like fall. It feels so good outside. So we're just gonna stay out here until a little closer to supper time. I think I'm gonna make chicken and rice soup tonight because we have leftovers from when we made that whole chicken. So I should just be able to throw that all together, and then that's what we'll have for supper. What do you see? Show me. What is it?
Moon.
Can you point to it? Say moon?
Moon.
Moon? So like I said, I went to Aldi earlier today and I made a list to try to account for everything that I'm going to be making this week. So I'm just going to start out. The first thing that I'm going to be making are some mini chocolate chip pound cakes. So I'm going to be making these to give as gifts. I found a mini bundt pan. If you watched one of my yard sale hauls recently, you saw that. I think it was actually, I shared it in my fall favorites video that I did with Corinna. I think that's the one I did it in. Anyway, I'll link it up here in the cards and down below. But I got a mini bundt pan at a yard sale, and I think I maybe only paid like $1.50 for it or something like that. So I'm gonna make mini chocolate chip pound cakes and give those as gifts. Another thing that I'm giving as gifts are some little treat tins. So I had mentioned in my things to thrift and things to yard sale as far as gifts, in that video I had mentioned little treat containers or treat tins, so I have several of those. So I'm planning to do an assortment of things, and I want to separate them out with some muffin liners. I had seen some pictures on Pinterest, and I will kind of insert those here, what my inspiration was. But they just had a variety of things, and I loved how they were separated with little muffin cups, and I loved how some used baker's twine to tie cookies together or tie biscotti together. So I think my components of the treat tins are going to be Chex Mix, Puppy Chow, or Sweet Minglers, or Muddy Buddies. I've heard it called a lot of things. We always called it Puppy Chow growing up. There's this candy that we make with chocolate and Rice Krispies cereal and peanuts, so I may make some of that. Oreo balls, and then praline pecans, and then the wild card that I'm thinking about making is fudge. I've never made fudge in my life. I'm not even sure what flavor I'd want to do, if I would just want to do plain chocolate or if I'd want to do like chocolate peanut butter. But that's something that I'm interested in trying. So if you have a good fudge recipe, you can leave me a link to it down below, or let me know what your experience is with fudge making, because I've never done that before. I bought that gingerbread house stone mold at a thrift store, and I've never done anything like that before either. So we'll see about that one. As far as Christmas Day, so Christmas breakfast. So Hillary from Old World Home has a video where she makes the cinnamon pull-apart bread, and it's something that you can set up the night before, and then all you have to do is pop it in the oven. And I totally agree with her that something like this is perfect for the morning of Christmas, where you can have a really nice, warm, filling meal without having to spend a lot of time in the kitchen. So that was sort of the feeling that I wanted to evoke this Christmas with breakfast. So I've shared with you that we've been mainly doing gluten-free, dairy-free. So with the week of Christmas, we are, you know, being a little bit flexible with that, but still trying to adhere to it as much as we can. So I have found a recipe for gluten-free cinnamon rolls. So that will be a first time try. But the nice thing about those is that you can make them the night before and then just sort of let them rise, same as with those rolls that Hillary does. So I'm going to make those the night before. The other thing, and I mentioned this in my video for the favorites for the 5 senses for Christmas, and that is the cream cheese crescent rolls that have sausage in them. It's super easy. All you do is brown some breakfast sausage and mix in some cream cheese with it. And then you roll it up in crescent rolls and bake it. And then you have these little rolls that have cream cheese and sausage in them, and they are so good. So I was trying to think about making that ahead and how I could do that best. And I think what would work best is if I make the cream cheese sausage mixture on Christmas Eve before we go to bed, and then just have it in a bowl in the fridge. And then in the morning, all I will have to do is fill the rolls and roll them up and then put them in the oven. So the plan is to have the cinnamon rolls and then the cream cheese sausage rolls with some eggs, scrambled or fried eggs, and then some fruit. So that's Christmas morning. And then apart from that, other Christmas things that we are doing, I am making garlic cheddar biscuits, I am making brown sugar peppered bacon, and then a dessert of some sort that I still have yet to decide, but I think I can pull from things that I have here and make that happen. So those are all of the recipes. My original list was even longer than that, and I decided I would try to make it somewhat manageable. There's still a chance that some of these things may get tossed and I may decide that they're too much. The good thing is, as far as the treat tins, I think that I'm probably going to half all of my recipes because I don't need a great deal of these things. So unless they already make a small amount, I'm going to half them because I'm not doing that many treat tins and I don't need that many things to keep here for us because I might eat them. Alright guys, so that pretty much sums it up. I would love for you to comment down below and let me know what your recipe roundup looks like for the week of Christmas. Like I said, this will be the last video that I'm putting out before Christmas, and I will be taking the next couple of days to really invest in my family and spend some quality time there. So thank you guys so much for watching Vlogmas thus far. I will have 1 or 2 final videos later this week, beginning of next week, so be sure to come back for that, and I will be talking to you then. Thank you guys. I hope you have a wonderful Merry Christmas, and I will be talking to you soon.